Hey there, we want to talk to you today about making your hamstrings more flexible. A lot of people make really common mistakes when it comes to trying to have more flexible hamstrings. So we want to show you what not to do and then where to start when you want to improve your flexibility in the back of your legs. So firstly, what we commonly see, I'll get Marty to do a little forward fold for me. So people are really obsessed with having their legs out in front of them, straight in front. Yep, so legs together, straight out in front. And from this position already, most people cannot keep a straight back. So they'll be kind of slouched and stuck in this rounded back position. And then from there, you try and touch your toes, and it just seems like an impossible feat. So what I want to suggest is that you first elevate your hips with some blocks. So let's give these to Marty, and he's going to pop them underneath his bottom, underneath his sit bones, and bring the legs back out in front. Now, secondly, your legs do not have to be locked. You can bend your knees and now really sit up into your sit bones so that you can keep the natural curve of your spine. And from here, hinge forward as far as you can, maintaining that neutral spine back. Now you're getting a really active stretch through the back of the legs, and you can slowly breathe here. Nice slow breaths is really important. Every exhale, hinging that little bit further and working to straighten your legs in a slow and sustainable pace. Another common mistake when people are standing to touch their toes. So coming into feet hip width apart and then just rounding the back and trying as far as they can to touch their toes this way. And a lot of times people will just yank forward and back, and you can see most of this is happening in Marty's back and actually not much in the hamstrings. So instead, sit standing upright. You can have a soft bend in the knee again if you feel like the tension is too much in the back of the knees, or you can work on this straight. We keep the natural curvature of the spine, and we actually hinge, sending the sit bones back and your chest forward. No rounding of the back here. And then we engage, so you're going to push the heels into the ground. You'll feel your hamstrings engage, and we use that to come all the way up. Now, as you progress this is a hip hinge, we start adding weight. And actually, the more load you can do with this exercise, the better. So Marty would get something like 2 kettlebells, 1 in each hand, which is like a suitcase carry, feet hip width apart. And then from here, hinging, sending the sit bones get back, getting that active stretch through the back of the hamstrings, and then engaging the back of the hamstrings and coming back up. So this is a really great exercise to do to start getting your hamstrings flexible and strong. Another really good variation of this is in a split stance if you want to focus on one leg at a time. It's a small step back here, and then we do the same thing. We take the hips back, keep the spine nice and straight, engage the back of the hamstring, and coming back up. So you're getting that length on the way down, and we engage on the back way up. All right, pop the weights down. I just want to show you one more variation standing. So if you're going for your forward fold, what I suggest is you actually bring the floor up towards you. So maybe that's 2 high blocks. Maybe for you that's even finding a chair that's something like this height here. So you want to find a height that you can do where you can actually lock the back of the legs, so we can teach your body how to do this without freaking out. So you're going to start with the knees bent. You want to have a connection between your thighs and your torso here. You can have the rounded back with this one, or you can have a flat back, up to you. But you can play with both. Of course, we want to be able to do both in the real world. But the most important thing here is that we start with both knees bent and we lock one knee. So we try and lock the knee, engage the quad, the muscle at the front of the thigh, and open the back of the knee, come back to knees bent, change sides. So this is called an elephant walk, and you go from side to side, getting that extension in the knee one at a time. And as you get better at this, you slowly lower your blocks. So maybe you'll go on the side and you keep going one at a time, engaging the leg one at a time, getting that stretch, and then eventually you'll be able to go into your full forward fold here. And look, Marty is doing a fantastic job here. All right. So I want to finish this video with giving you one exercise that you can do as a movement snack, maybe at work, to help lengthen your hamstrings, because we all know prolonged sitting is going to shorten your hamstrings. So what I suggest is you take a seat in your chair at work, you sit right on the edge, and you bring one foot forward and one leg bent, and you can have that leg right in front of you here. Again, you want to sit up right onto your sit bones, and you can have two hands on the bent knee here. Yeah. From here, we keep that spine straight, lengthened through the crown of the head, and we hinge forward, sending the sit bones back, getting the length in the hamstring, and then you're going to come back up. And what you can do here is do 10 down and up, hinging at the edge of your chair, getting that, flexing the toes up towards you, so we've got a nice active leg. And then at number 10, you're going to hold. You can keep the two hands there. You're going to breathe. And I suggest holding anywhere here from 10 seconds to a minute, and then you'll do the other side. Bonus points if you want to do a few rounds in your work break, but a really good exercise for opening up the back of the hamstrings and preventing all the common things that come with sitting in a chair for too long. I hope that helps. We just released a class in our membership that was all about hamstring active flexibility, which is why I just wanted to share a few nuggets with you so that you can improve your flexibility in no time and do it yourself. Thanks for joining us.